You go.
Me go.
You go.
Me goes?
You goes.
Which me go?
You go.
Takeoff?
You go.
Offset? It's a Hopeless Fan podcast. Yes, that was a painful intro. It's Scotty. It's Shelby. It's Zack. We are here. It's a Wednesday. Odd day for recording. But we got some things coming up. We got Spoderman movie tomorrow. So I'm going to be indisposed. Scotty is preparing for a pilgrimage to the Mecca, New York City. Shelby probably doesn't have any plans, but...
no, you guys are going to be flying and watching movies. I'm just going to see if I can just wait out and be on the book when Atlanta hits 10 against San Fran. That's my plans for Thursday.
Got to keep that hotkey ready.
Mm-hmm. I just had an epiphany that, last week at some point, I went back.
Like you said
oh my God, I found it.
An abortion.
You found it?
Go ahead.
Scotty, say that again.
It sounded like you just said you were about to say. So I just had an epiphany, and I thought you were about to say abortion.
Oh my God! You know what's so crazy, Scotty?
What?
That thought went through my head, and I was gonna say it, and I was like, I don't want to derail him. He's got to go. But it did sound like you were. I don't know why, but it sounded like you were about to say, I just had an abortion.
Yeah. I mean, it's just telling that's what
abortion of thought,
heads.
Maybe.
All right. Well, we're gonna try to make an abortion out of this slate. But
I'm trying to make a baby with this slate. That's what.
Yeah.
Abort it later.
Yeah.
Next week.
This is one of those bets we call dead on arrival.
God, Alice is gonna bite my hand again. I just know it.
I'm gonna make a baby with this slate, and it's gonna be stillborn by the time it's time to pay me because I'm gonna spend it all on other picks.
This burger's so good, I'm gonna sew my ass shut. All right, but anyway, I did last week at a random time, real late. I went back and listened to it. Was when I was in Tennessee on vacation. I was hiking up that big hill, had no service or anything, and you guys recorded. And you guys did your season preview for the NFL. So I wrote down where you were right, where you were wrong, and where you were there's a section that it's maybe. Where,
okay.
You could be, because since we still got 4 weeks left.
Yeah.
In the regular season.
Oh fuck.
So you want me to start? You want me to start with the segment?
Do you have like who said what too?
Yep.
Oh boy.
And there's one that I was crying.
Is it me? Is it me? It's probably me.
It has to be.
It has to be me.
I was in the car crying because it's been discussed on the show after the fact.
Is this as hot as the take I had about Case Keenum being the week 1 starter?
Is this the number 1 overall pick for the Jets?
Let's let it happen.
Okay.
But what wasn't discussed on the show was further discussion you guys had about it. So I'll just get right into it.
Yeah.
Let me pull
this preamble.
Yeah. Let me pull up these NFL
foreplay
standings. Just because this was all team totals.
Quit stroking my cock and stick it in your mouth.
That's just all right.
Too much?
A little bit.
I mean, we're just making abortion jokes, but blowjob jokes, nope.
Just because you said it. Oh my God, Cleveland is a wagon. Cavs against the spread this year.
What are they? Are they up
I
right
thought
now?
you're talking about. Okay.
They're up 25.
They're shockingly
in the
good.
First half.
The
All right,
Cavs are
here we go.
wagon.
So, all right, do you guys want me to start with the rights? You guys want me to start with the rights, wrongs, or maybes?
Start with the rights.
Yeah.
Let's get what we got right out of the way.
Start with the maybes.
Okay.
Because there's only 2.
Okay.
You guys were either all over it or fucking way out. All right, the best maybe I could find was that you both really liked Pittsburgh over 8.5 wins.
Yeah.
And Pittsburgh right now 6-1. So,
I hate that. They have to go 3-1. I hate that.
Yeah, they'd have to go 3-1 with an awful schedule. I think they got the Chiefs, the Titans, the Browns, and the Ravens. So that was a maybe as of last Tuesday. So this was before they lost to Minnesota.
Yeah.
So that's actually more in the wrong pile. Zack, Baltimore, 10.5 wins, but I put an asterisk by it because this was before everyone got injured.
Right. Yeah, and they only have to
you
win.
also, but to your credit, I wrote down a quote that you said during it. It was your quote was, "Baltimore over 10.5 wins." I'm not taking that, but they'll get 12 wins.
I did take it, and they are going to get 12 wins.
So yeah, the Ravens have to go.
What do you mean they're going to get 12 wins? Didn't you say pack it in for the season?
No, I said
this was in July.
This was in July. Okay, and
But you
and
said, you said right now that you're going to get
just
12.
now I said I did take it, but they're not going to get 12 wins. I did end up taking over 10.5.
Okay.
I thought you
so
said, but they're still. Oh, never mind.
No.
Those are the only two real maybes. Okay. Here's where you guys were right. And I mean, technically it could be a maybe. They'd have to go 4-0 down the stretch, but Scotty all over Saints under 9 wins.
Yeah. Which
Oh,
looked
dude, I wanted to take that
when they started.
fucking good.
Yeah.
I
When
wanted
they
to take that
started.
so fucking bad. That was
6-0, 5-0,
They didn't start 5-0.
5-1.
They lost the second game of the year, but
5-1,
they were like,
right?
They were like 5-2 after they beat Tampa on Halloween or
Yeah,
something. Like that.
and that was
But
like
Jameis getting injured. That
Yep.
that was Scotty under 9 wins. I mean, they got to go 2-2 down the stretch for you to push. I mean, looks like an obvious loss this week against the Bucks. So that looks pretty good. Elsewhere where we were right, Scotty. I think the quote was like you were completely not like confident in Joe Judge. You were going Giants under 7 wins. That looks fantastic.
Yeah.
They'd have to go 4-0 for that to
many.
lose.
Yeah.
They'd have to go 4-0 down the stretch for that to lose. So, Scotty, another good one. Here's one that wasn't a win total. Scotty, this was your quote. Stafford will get hurt at some point. Too many people are on him. He has been banged up. He's
Been banged up, yeah.
Yeah,
But he's
he hasn't
played
missed-
great.
he hasn't missed any game. He's played like 2 good games the last 2
I mean,
weeks.
he's still
Before
in the top 10 for MVP conversation, I would say.
Yeah, but there's like a top 10 for MVP, and then there's like a top 1. It's Tom Brady. Right? And Rodgers. All right, so that's kind of in the maybe pile because he hasn't missed any games. Zach,
oh boy.
Seattle. This is not Seattle. What you were right. San Fran under 10.5. They'd have to go 4-0 for you to lose that.
I was like, I missed it last year. I'm going to get it right this year.
That was exactly what you said. Zach, another one you were on, which looks good. Well, what am I saying? Yeah, they need to win one more game. Titans over 9.5 wins.
Yeah.
They're 9-4. So you got that.
Should have bet it.
Zach, another one where you just need one more win. The Raiders over 6.5 wins.
Oh my god.
I
might not get it.
Your quote was like, they should be 9.5. This is going to be a good team. A great team.
I thought so. And they started the season that way.
Mm-hmm.
Probably their coach being outed as a homophobe, racist piece of trash didn't help.
Could do it. Zach, you were on the Browns under 10.5 wins. They'd have to go 4-0 for that to win. So good job there.
Yes, sir.
Zach and Scotty were both on this bet that's already cashed. Any guesses? This bet would have already cashed.
Jets
No.
team total. No.
Neither of you guys had it.
Well, I was big on the Lions, so I'm way off there. Is
It's
it
already
the
cashed. Bengals
Cardinals?
over.
Bengals over is
Bengals over,
correct.
yeah.
You both loved it. And then lastly, Zach, you said you'd lean over on this team. I'm gonna say you did. It's Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
They need one more win to cash over 6.5.
I probably thought Carson Wentz was still the quarterback. I'm just kidding.
Bookies don't know that. All right, here's where we're going with where you guys were wrong.
Oh, no.
All right,
Oh, brother.
it's a longer list.
It usually is.
Thank
And let
God
me
we
say-
didn't go to the... you were saying the wins and the maybes. I was like, oh, shit, went to the book with this shit. But fuck, dude, I'd be...
Here we go.
be down
Scotty,
minutes.
your takes on the AFC North were kind of scorching because you basically liked every team to go over, and the Bengals might be the only one that does. You loved Baltimore over 11 wins.
Hey, in the middle of the season, it kind of looked like every team might go over.
No, it's true. And then you also
being fair.
you talked about a lot, Scotty. You had Cleveland over 10 wins and Cleveland to be the number 1 seed.
Oof.
Both of those highly unlikely.
Shelby, did you think at this point
But not
that the Bengals
impossible.
would be in serious contention for the head of the division?
No.
In no way, shape, or form, did you think?
No, absolutely not. Zach and Scotty, this bet is already... no, it hasn't technically lost yet. It could still push. But it's the Lions over 5 wins. Need to go 4-0 for that to get your money back.
Ty helped.
Ty did help. But yeah, Lions over 5 wins, no. Let's see, Zach, you were on... This one's not completely dead.
Texans?
It would need 3-1 to. It would need 4-0 to win. It was 9.5. Vikings over 9.5. Which, if you actually did bet it, which I know you didn't,
Right.
this would be a whirlwind with how many close games the Vikings
Right.
had.
Well, and you had that interesting bet where you had them to come in second in the division, which was an interesting choice. So I thought, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Lions, there's rebuilding, and Chicago Bears are the biggest question mark in the world with how's Justin Fields going to do, when's he going to play.
That was I basically bet this entire NFC North the way the odds were. It was the Vikings were plus 150 to finish second, but they were favored to finish second. I thought the Bears and Lions would suck.
That all came down for me. That all came down to it was okay. Well, the Vikings are going to split with the Packers because they seem to always do.
Even last year, beat them at Lambeau.
Right. They always and they did. They did. Well, they still play.
They still have to play.
They play again, but I would imagine that
in Lambeau.
That Packers will get that one. So they split again, and the Vikings, they have a good odds of sweeping the other two teams. So it makes sense that they would be in second place. Whereas after it comes down to it, the Bears are probably going to get swept by the Packers. They might split with the Lions. They might sweep the Lions, but they might get swept by the Vikings. So yeah.
So next, Zach, you were on Seattle over 10 wins. That's best they can do is 9-8.
Yeah,
Russell
Russ got
Wilson
hurt.
unfortunately got hurt. Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
They didn't look great before that, but still it hurts.
Scotty, somehow you and I are both on this, and it's not dead yet. Is
Colts.
Chiefs over 12.5 wins?
Still not dead yet.
Your quote was you loved it. I absolutely love this over.
Yeah.
You think Mahomes is going to lose 5 times? The thing is, I bet it too. Heavy.
So did I.
And they're 3-4. They were 3-4 at one point. They have won 6 straight. But now it's if they get by Los Angeles Thursday night, which is tough.
I think
We'll be watching that game.
They get Pittsburgh at home. Then they get Cincinnati on the road. It's going to be tough. And then Denver on the road. It's going to be tough.
That's
So
gonna
it's
be tough too.
it's not...
Dude,
It's...
do you like my number 1 seed bet?
Yeah, it looks great now.
Do you like it?
You
it was
just
plus
hope-
$3,300 just for $10.
Yeah.
If they get the number 1 seed.
Right. You just got to hope that...
They have more
Tennessee
wins than everyone
stumbles.
else because they don't. Right.
Well, you got to have Tennessee stumble because that head-to-head.
They don't. Yeah, they don't have any tiebreakers. Almost. They've lost to every team that matters.
What's Tennessee's record?
Bills.
9-3.
Actually, the Bills. It doesn't matter anymore.
The Chiefs and Titans are both 9-4.
9-4.
And then I don't know what the tiebreaker would be between the Chiefs and Patriots.
Me neither.
I think the Titans get that stumble this weekend, but we can get in that with Bortles.
Does it? I think it's divisional record after for the tiebreaker, and the Chiefs haven't lost a divisional
I thought
game.
it's record the AFC record.
What? Oh, it might be.
I thought
It might
the
be
next
conference
tiebreaker's
record. It might
AFC
be.
record.
Yeah, it might be.
Conference
I don't know.
record.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. I just.
How far do they have to go to where it comes to points scored?
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. To break a tie within division? No. 2 clubs head-to-head. Best one-loss tied percentage in games played, it would be division.
Okay.
Would be the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
So right now the Chiefs
Are
they've lost
undefeated.
just one game in they've lost just one game in division.
Have they lost to the Chargers this year?
Yeah, they lost to the Chargers in Kansas City.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
remember that one.
Very fucking close game.
Yep. 6-point game. And then with the Patriots, they've lost a division game to the Dolphins week 1.
Yep.
So then if they both had one loss, it would go to loss tied percentages in common games. So I don't even want to get into that.
What's wild is one was 2-4,
And then
one
conference.
was 3-4, and now they're going to be competing for the top seed. Wild.
Yep. Okay, next. I'm putting that in the maybes because I also have it. And I need it to hit. Zack and Scotty, you were not drinking the Chargers Kool-Aid. You were both on saying everyone loves the... Scotty was adamant about it. That everyone was too high on the Chargers. They are 8-5.
They still are.
Your bet was under 9 wins.
Chargers
So
aren't good.
you have them under not. You have them under 9 wins, and they're going to get their 9th win at least next week when they play Houston,
Yeah.
which
It's
you can go to
fraudulent.
for as low as $11.
Hey, says you. I need the Texans to get.
The Chargers are who the Chargers are with
Who
a
hates
couple
that?
better wins than most recent years. They have inconsistencies all over the place. I can't bet on the Chargers. I can't.
Yeah, they've only lost to good-ish team. They lost to.
They
Denver
almost lost to the
in playoff
playoffs.
hunt.
I'm sorry, God. They almost lost to the fucking. They almost lost to the playoffs because they might not make it. But they almost lost to the Steelers in a comeback victory. They have a lot of close games where they almost lost against some bad teams.
Denver lost to Pittsburgh outright.
Hey, in Pittsburgh.
But Buffalo lost to
earlier
Pittsburgh
in the
year. This is not the year where we can do that. Connect the dots with who loses to who.
They lost to the Patriots. They lost to the Vikings.
Zach, yeah, I know. Goodish teams. They've only lost to goodish teams. They've lost to Dallas, Baltimore, New England, Minnesota, and Denver. Okay, moving on. Zach, you quoted the Chargers of having a 7-win season.
Whoops.
So that alternate line. Here's where I was crying. There's actually only 2 more on here. Zach, Houston under 4 wins or over 4 wins is going to be tough for you to hit. Zach, you were also on New England under 9 wins.
They looked good at first. 6 or fucking 7 straight wins ago.
Here's where I was crying. This so the topic came up in the pod. It was, all right, Scotty said, all right, Zach, what do you think the New York Jets are at? And Zach said, I don't know, 5, 6? And Scotty said, 6.5. Zach said, 6.5. Take the over, I guess. Zach said, take the over, I guess. You've got 18 games to win 7 of them. 7-11 special. Scotty said, it's only 17 games. Zach said, whatever. And then later in the show, Zach was adamant about betting the Jets to have the number 1 pick. But earlier he said take their over 6.5.
I said take the over, I guess.
They're going to win 7-11. They're going to go 7-11.
It's going to be a competitive year this year. Everybody, the worst record's going to be 7-11, which you can't have.
Scotty said there's 17 games. Zach, whatever. All right, that's it.
It's just free money. It's just paper. Bet the over, I guess.
Yeah, it's just a number.
Oh my god,
that's great. We've been harping on Zach on that one like all year for that number 1.
I know.
Overall
I knew
pick,
that. I knew I was gonna. I knew I was gonna end up talking about that number 1 pick thing, but I didn't know he had said over 6.5 earlier in the pod.
I didn't know. I'm surprised the Jets' win total is that fucking high. I guess like no one knew what Zach Wilson was gonna do, but Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You were both like, Scotty in that pod was like, why was Zach Wilson the consensus number 2 pick? Right. And then like a few pods later in August after the preseason, we're like, I think Zach Wilson's the truth.
I saw him throw one ball, and I was like, oh, dude, you gotta look at that.
That'll do it.
That little sling he got is
you're
like
a big
fun to
time
watch.
like quarterback. Yeah, I do like watching him play. Even when he gets sacked, it's like, damn, he made that look cool.
Yeah, he went like 6 or 7 yards. He had a Paxton Lynch game. Paxton Lynch's first preseason game, he went 6 or 7 for like 77 yards against the Bears in Soldier Field, and Zach Wilson had the same thing against the Steelers, and I was like, you might be good
because it worked out so well with Paxton Lynch.
Right. I don't learn lessons.
Yeah.
I just retake the heat.
Yeah, Zach Wilson, I think it was against the Titans. He had thrown for like 302 touchdowns. They beat him in overtime. Yeah. That was his like coming out moment. Okay, we will get in to Boardwalk, and Scotty has come from the depths of hell to compete again in Boardwalk after declaring he was done.
Will they
How about that?
Will they make a movie about me if I come back and win?
Hopefully Kevin James doesn't play you.
Could be any worse than the Kurt Warner movie.
Oh my god. But yeah, Scotty, I think the last 2 weeks you're 12-4, something like that. You're 51-61. You are 5 games back of me, 56-56. Zach, you are, I think, 2 games back, 53, 57, and 2.
Nipping at my heels.
So good news for everyone tailing our picks.
Follow our betting podcast where we are under 50% in our straight bets.
Exactly. Scotty's Party Parlay. Of course, we didn't do a show last week, so we didn't have Party Parlay, Lock of the Week of the Century, Tease and Thank You, anything. But Scotty's Party Parlay, 0-13. Now, Scotty, you are off that that sweet spot where like the first couple months of the year, you were just like, if I just hit 1, I'm positive for the year. I don't think that's true anymore.
I mean, it absolutely is true.
All you have to do is get a bet that's like plus 10, like minus 10,000.
I've only bet
plus
like
10,000.
Well, no,
I've bet under 100 or total probably on the party parlay.
No, I'm saying if you're 0-13, if you bet one, say you bet 1 unit on each of them, you're down 13 units. You got to have a party parlay that pays over plus 1,300.
I don't bet a full unit.
Well, it doesn't matter for that if you were only doing a half unit, quarter, whatever. I'm just saying, at the sake of this 0-13, you'd have to have something over plus 1,300.
Yeah.
Not saying it can't be done.
Well, yeah, believe. That's what we need. It's at the end of the year where chalk starts to happen anymore. It's now.
Well, chalk
Teams start
happened
to pack
last
it in.
week.
Talk about Cabo.
Read my text. All right, here we go. Zack, you can start us. First game, Patriots at Colts. The Colts laying 2.5 at home against Bill Belichick and Mac Jones. Who you got? Both teams off a bye.
Yeah, this is a no-brainer for me. I would lay money line because I've been taught in the School of Hard Knocks, named by Shelby, never to take a team plus 2.5.
You can.
Yeah.
If you know you're not going to get a 3.
Or yeah. So at this point, just because via the time constraint, although I don't think this goes to 3. If anyway, I think it goes the other way.
It's standing pat.
Yeah. Standing Patriots.
If it went to 3, it'd be 3 for about 50 seconds.
Yeah. I like New England. I'll take it plus 2.5 just because I've already bet their money line. So, yeah, I like the Patriots at this spot. I think the defense is too much for Jonathan Taylor to beat by himself, which I think is the only way that the Colts can really win games, is if Jonathan Taylor beats them by himself. So, yeah, the Pats are on a tear. The bad guy always wins. So I'm taking them plus 2.5.
Mm-hmm. Zach or Scotty?
I'm taking New England too. My handicap for it, I think of it like the game Indy had against Tampa, where they were favored also, and
Which was weird.
Indy was not favored versus Tampa.
Yeah, they were.
+3.
Were they
No,
at home?
Weren't. Promise you.
God, why don't you
They
just
were plus-
study the fucking lines every week, you weirdo?
Well, I lost +3 because Leonard Fournette broke a touchdown
Oh
instead
yeah.
of falling down
Fuck that.
kicking a field
Fuck
goal.
that motherfucker.
Yeah.
The
I guess I
reverse
just
Nick Chubb.
I guess I just move on quicker than you. I'm taking New England plus 2.5 because I think on a 7-game win streak, it's kind of disrespectful for them to be underdogs.
This line open. New
This
England
is
minus
wait.
2.5.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I know. Hey, this is the thing where I feel like, and I'm not dogging you for it, Shelby, but I think I look at this game and this is a classic Shelby Bets Indy game because everyone's on they're like New England, but I see Shelby being like, I think Indy, but everyone likes New England, but Indy's good. They need a playoff spot more than New England. New England's 1-7. They're due for a loss.
Interesting. I'd already written down New England plus 2.5, but now I'm going to take Indy.
You're talking him
I
into
fucking knew it.
I was literally just
That's a Shelby bet right there. Indy minus 2.5.
Yeah, it's
All
going to be
day.
like, oh, the Patriots are the number 1 seed. Why would the number 1 seed be dogs?
Right.
What scares me is that New England was minus 2.5 when this opened, and nothing changed. No one on there's got COVID. Neither team played a game last week, and now it's flipped 5 points. So that's what would scare me about it. But
Something stinks.
with Indianapolis, they'd be their last 8 games, or 9 games really, lost in overtime to Baltimore, lost in overtime to Tennessee, lost to Tampa by 7 in a game they should have won. We'll go with Indy. I'm not scared. Though what does scare me, you talked about Jonathan Taylor, Zach, is the Colts can win games if he doesn't go off, but Carson Wentz can't have those dummy-ass turnovers, which he always has, to kill you.
What was that miracle cover? Were they playing like the Chargers or something? Or it was the Eagles game where he threw that pick at like the... No. What was the overtime? Was that the Titans overtime game?
Yeah, against Tennessee.
Yeah. He threw that pick
He threw
at
a
like
left-handed pick 6 from the inside his own 1.
Yeah.
Which was actually a big brain move. Because if he took a safety, the Titans would get the ball back and could just take a knee.
Yeah.
Could just take a knee. Yeah, go with Colts. Who wants the crossfire, Zach or Scotty? Who is more confident in doing
I
it?
don't
Well,
because
we
I
don't.
told I don't I don't
he
because I
doesn't
told you that this is your bet and I don't want to be against that.
Well, he also doesn't do Crossfire. Are you still doing Crossfires with him or no?
Everyone's doing crossfires.
I'm not doing them with him.
I've written them all down. I'm going against Zack then. I want New England to blow them out because I need the Colts season win under. They play the Cardinals next week. They could lose that, and it helps the Bengals. Okay, next game. Houston at Jacksonville. Houston at Jacksonville. Jacksonville laying 3.5. Total is 39.5. Wowza. Scotty.
I haven't lost this kind of bet yet.
Total.
Which means I'm going to lose this week. I have 3 of them on my board. This is one of them. Houston team total under 17.5. Davis Mills sucks.
Looked good last week.
How many points did they score?
He had good stat line.
13 points, all in the first. Davis Mills is a first half god. Actually, he's like 2 to 3 drives in the first half god. After that, he's garbage. Like he has like long sustainable drives that take up a lot of clock, and maybe they score a touchdown, but he's not going to go on those consistently. Something's got to give. 17.5. I'll give him 2 touchdowns and a field goal easily in cover. So
I mentioned that to Scotty over text the other day. Is that of all the like shocking underdogs to win, the most shocking wasn't even a win. It was Davis Mills going 21 for 29 for 312 and 3 touchdowns against the Patriots.
Yeah, you texted me that literally while he was like 14 of 14 at one point against Seattle. Did you guys know that he was 14 of 14?
Now, to Scotty's credit, 2 of those touchdowns were in the first half. I was watching the game.
So
had Seattle and basically every teaser out there.
I'm looking at Houston's schedule right now.
See the future of Houston football?
They've only gone over 17.5 points 3 times this whole year. Once against the Browns, once against Patriots,
once against
the Rams, and that's it.
And
once against the Giants.
Therein lies the rub.
Once against the Jags. Oh, right.
Therein lies the rub.
So actually 5 times.
Well, I'll go the opposite. I'll take Jacksonville team total under 21.5.
I also have that written down. So really, we like the under in this game.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my pick, which is the under 39.5.
Wow, I was going to write down over for you, Zach, automatically.
No, I love the under in this game.
Wow.
These 2 teams suck. Did you see what just came out about Urban Meyer apparently at a practice kicked Josh Lambo in his leg?
Yep.
The thing that he needs to score points.
Was it his kicking leg?
I don't know if it was a kicking leg, but it just sounds better for the story.
That photo of Urban Meyer, like when he was when he was an announcer on Fox.
Oh, yeah.
His like keys to success or whatever. It was like, oh my god, 5 keys to. I don't even
Question.
know what it was.
What?
It was like,
I think you know what's crazy about this game is that there's only going to be 3 people watching it. Obviously, Jacksonville fans, obviously Houston fans. But the third category is only the most degenerate of degenerate bettors that have chosen to bet this game, because I think that this game is like this might be one of the worst matchups that we've ever seen. And even for like the ratings for this, I would love to just know what the ratings are for this game. Like, who is going to watch this game outside northern Florida and central Texas or wherever the fuck Houston is?
I kind of like Jacksonville.
Miami.
Yeah,
Miami.
I do like Jacksonville a little bit.
Miami
If Tyrod
versus
Taylor was
Pittsburgh
playing,
in
I'd be
the
all
rain.
over Houston.
Miami versus Pittsburgh
Mud
in the
Bowl?
rain. The Mud Bowl walked so that this game
Yeah,
crawled
but-
so this game could walk.
But I don't think anybody knew that game was going to be awful beforehand. I mean, because Pittsburgh.
Which games are you talking about?
You're talking about the Mud Bowl, Pittsburgh
Dolphins 07?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, but that was Pittsburgh was good back then,
Yeah.
and Dolphins still had Ricky Williams, right?
The Dolphins were winless.
Oh, okay.
That was when they beat the Ravens later in the year for their only win.
Okay. So I just think back then he's like, at least you have one of the teams interesting. This game, both of these teams are just death. I think it'd be more exciting to watch the Lions in this match. I think these are the 2 most boring teams in the NFL right now, aside from the sideshow that Urban Meyer has become.
The Lions are never not fun to watch, except maybe last week when they had like 30 guys out. But,
Yeah.
I found it. Urban Meyer's criteria to examine for struggling teams. 1, trust issues, dysfunctional environment, and selfishness. Like 3 for 3 with the Jacksonville Jaguars right now. Okay, under 39. All right, here we go to Pittsburgh. Tennessee laying 2 at Pittsburgh, 41.5 total. Zach.
Again, I'm going back to the well here, under 41.5. I'm an unders guy this week, except when we get to one of my picks later.
Except when I'm not.
Right. So far, I've been an unders guy, especially on these lower numbers, which is really not my style.
You're a big time bet overs for low total games.
Yeah. But I think that the thing with Tennessee, was AJ Brown ever going to come back?
Not yet.
Not yet. Julio looked okay, but Tannehill, when he doesn't have, he looks lost out there without AJ Brown. The offensive line, I think, has not done him a ton of favors in recent weeks, and especially going up against Pittsburgh. Is TJ Watt back yet?
He got hurt last week, so I don't know.
Ugh. Still, Cam Hayward will be after him all day, I think. And then on the other side, Pittsburgh's offense. You can't really rely on Ben to score a bunch of points except against the Vikings. I think that's kind of out of place. But yeah, I like under 41.5 here.
Is that Steelers-Dolphins 2007 game the greatest game of all time? Because it was 3-0. The field goal came with 17 seconds left in the game. Steelers were minus 16. The Dolphins covered.
That was an awful game.
Oh my God. Total was 38.5. Yeah. All right, Zach on the under. Scotty, what do you got?
Shelby, why don't you go? You're always the last to go. You go middle here.
I'm just
It wasn't the last to go last time. I was.
I'm just a selfless guy, I guess. Yeah, I was literally second last time, but I guess I'll go second.
He wants
again.
to wait and see so he can crossfire.
I don't mind crossfiring. All right, Titans, Pittsburgh. I'll take Pittsburgh +2.
I'll take the Titans. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I can't get to Tennessee being a road favorite with their offense right now. I mean, Julio's back, but he's not much of a factor. It's like last week I would have loved Jacksonville with a big number just because Tennessee, their offense is not equipped to cover big spreads. But I just don't want anything to do with this Tennessee offense right now. That's where I kind of like Zach's under in general. But Pittsburgh's been playing overs like crazy. So I'll flip it instead of Pittsburgh. I'll go Tennessee's team total under 21.5.
Oh, wait, say that again?
My actual bet is Tennessee team total under 21.5.
It's 20.5.
I bet that was his bet.
I'm looking at Lawrenceburg right now.
Yeah.
Well, fuck Lawrenceburg. I'm taking 20.5. Bitch.
You can have 20. You can have the better number.
Are you taking over that then?
Over.
What's your bet?
Over 20.5 is minus 105 on the online book right now. 105.
We have.
I don't blame you.
We've never gone off of that.
Right. So
I know, but I'm saying it's just like it's value.
All right. Well, then you're getting a great number to bet it for real money.
Right.
But for Boardwalk, what's your pick?
God damn it. Yeah, I'll do 21.5 then. Fuck you.
All right. We have a crossfire.
Bitch.
Green Bay -5 at Baltimore. Scotty, lock it in. You can open.
I'm taking the over 43.5. I think they found their stride. Green Bay has, at least, as far as offensively goes. I mean, they just destroyed. It didn't matter that the Bears were having these like hero scores. The Packers answered every time. Granted, Baltimore's defense might be a little bit better than the Bears. Still impressive in my eyes. 43.5 seems low. I'm taking the over.
Damn it! The line moved since we started recording. Right before Shelby got here, it was 5. It's now 5.5.
43.5.
43.5, still the total. You're good there. Was that Bears? Also, we could do Monday night games in Boardwalk.
We can do Thursday too, right?
Yeah.
Or no?
My pick.
Because it's Wednesday.
No, I'm saying we don't do Monday night games. Well, yeah, you can do a Thursday since we're doing
luck,
before.
Yeah.
But we always just didn't do the Monday night game, and I'm sticking with that. But the Bears would be on my card, no doubt. But I was gonna say this was like last week was like a Bears fans fantasy because they lost. They lost, looked competitive, and Justin Fields looked decent enough. His stat line's very deceiving, but
Still didn't cover.
they did not cover. That was a whirlwind.
Yeah.
All right, Zach, what do you got?
Yeah, I wrote down -5. I'll stick with -5.5 since that's what it's at right now at the time of recording. I don't think there's a huge difference between 5 and 5.5. I think Lamar will end up being out, and that's about 25% of my reasoning here. We're getting a good line early. If you can still get it, because I think once he is declared out, which I think he will be, this line shoots to, what do you think, 6.5, probably 7, maybe.
Well, that's what I messaged you yesterday in the chat. I said let's lock in Packers -4.5 right now,
which we did,
and we'll middle back with a bet on Baltimore when Lamar is announced out and it closes 7.5.
Yeah.
So obviously Packers -5.5 is my pick here. 4.5 I've already bet.
Right.
But yeah, that's my same reasoning you have, same reasoning I have. All right, the Shelby Scotty Bowl. The Bengals are in Denver in Power Field at Mile High. I think is that correct, Scotty? In Power Field.
I don't know.
All right,
let's
Scotty's
look it
out.
up. He's muted.
All right.
It's fine.
The Bengals are 2.5 points.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think they took it away. I think they might, or actually no, it's in Power Field. Yes.
Okay. The Bengals are 2.5 point dogs in Denver with a total of 44. Zach, as the third party of this. Go
Okay.
ahead, start.
Yeah. So I bet Cincinnati money line,
Damn
right?
it.
So
Why?
because
Bet the Broncos money line now.
I'm betting I can't bet their money. Well, bet their actual money line like in real life.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Bet
I'm not
them
gonna
both.
do that. But on Boardwalk, I will take Denver -2.5 because
Makes sense.
tell the people what my record is when I bet on the Bengals.
Gladly.
So yeah, when I don't bet on them, they are undefeated.
I gotta find.
No, they're 2
going
losses.
back in my notes.
2 losses, 3 losses.
At some point it'll pop up as I'm talking.
It's in the group chat. I think I can go look.
No, I mean I got a full page.
Go digging.
Shelby, what
Scotty,
are you
what's
doing
your
for the
pick?
game?
What's your pick for the game?
I'm taking the under 44. Broncos unders are 10-3 this year. I'm riding the under. Fuck it.
Nice. Let's see here.
Can we pause this? Because now I'm mad.
All right, I got it. Okay, so Bengals are 5-0 when Zack doesn't bet them.
They're 5-0 straight up.
Yeah. 2-6 when I do.
I thought it was 3-6. It might be 2-6. I don't know.
2-6. And I've lost my last 6 bets on them.
Yep.
Gosh, what do you bet on them every week?
8 weeks I've bet on them.
5-0 and 2-6.
And I haven't learned my fucking lesson yet. 5-0 when I have not bet on them. 2-6. So 8 weeks I've bet on them. 2-6 when I do. So yeah, I'm taking the -2.5. Scotty was on the under.
44.
Shelby,
Bengals.
you are on the Bengals.
Whoa!
+2.5.
This is the
I
one
was-
week Shelby has
I know.
ever bet on the Bengals on Boardwalk, and now I'm pissed.
already put them in teasers. Yep.
You're such a
It's a good teaser spot here. I think it's a great teaser spot.
That's how you know.
Especially if you like the under, this is a good teaser
I'm
spot.
1-0 lifetime betting the Bengals with Joe Burrow's quarterback
What was the other game you bet on?
against Jacksonville last year, -3. Still have the ticket. Joe Burrow's first win.
How much did they win by?
8.
Nice.
All right.
Got a nice spread. Okay.
All right. Okay, I did find the page actually.
It burned me
Alright.
out, by the way.
Yeah. Like you said, already there, bud. 2-6 when Zach bets them. 5-0. Zach's last 6 picks on the Bengals. Going back to Halloween, he had the -3.5 in a teaser against the Jets, -1.5 in a teaser against the Jets. They lost outright.
Whoops.
The next week against the Browns, he had their money line against the Browns and -2.5. They lost by 25. He had a bye week. Then he took 2 weeks off. Came back after they. Zach's a big buy high, sell low guy. After they had a bye and then won 2 in a row, Zach had -3 against the Chargers. They lost by 19.
Ugh.
And then he had the money line against the Niners. They lost in overtime.
Oh, that was brutal. That's not on me. That's on Zach Taylor.
Hey, by the way,
You fucking talking.
fuck you both. I'm taking Denver -2.5 now.
Oh, okay. You want to Wait, so I guess Zach's on Denver 2.5 too, but I think
I am.
that has to be Scotty Nice crossfire.
Yeah. Oh, it's only fair.
Take it with me, then, you fucking cunt. Shelby.
All right, I'm on Denver. I'll tell you why. No, this is another spread that the Bengals were -3 last week.
Literally, the Bengals could be playing the fucking Texans, and Shelby's like, I don't like it. I'll take the under. And like, play the 2 7-6 teams in the playoff hunt, and he's like, nah, I'm taking Cincy.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
No, Denver's overrated. Denver's overrated.
What's that make Cincy?
And then I was like,
Properly rated. They were supposed to win 6 games.
He was
Denver
like,
was-
he's like, you switched your pick. You switched your pick, and he was like, all right, I'm switching the Broncos. Like, UConn's gonna beat the shit out of St. Bonaventure.
Oh,
all right, I'm taking it.
Yeah.
You have to.
That's what Zack said something last week when the Bengals were in overtime against the Niners. They're like driving to go in overtime. He's like, the Bengals could be +80 against the Jags, and Shelby wouldn't take them. And I'm like, you're so right. No, but I mean, are we gonna keep doing this song and dance with Denver? It's like, get all your hopes up, and then they play the Chiefs, lay an egg. Get all your hopes up. You beat Dallas. They come home, play Philly, lose by 3 possessions.
Dude, fuck you. You think it's not enough to have the voice in my head telling me the same shit all the time?
I'm just saying that to.
I have to listen to the voice in my head already about it. So you don't have to just fucking like.
I'm sticking with the Bengals, but I'm telling you what, if the Broncos win this game, the biggest trap in the world is next week when the Broncos go to Vegas. That's a game they 1,000% lose.
Nah, Vegas is packed in.
1,000.
Vegas hasn't won a game. Have they won a game since they beat Denver?
They beat Dallas on Thanksgiving.
Okay, besides that.
Dallas beat themselves in that game.
Yeah, then they beat Philly.
Okay, well, besides that.
Whoops.
All right, no, you finally got me. You're persistent enough. I think the Raiders might make a little run. They get the COVID Browns this week. They're favored. They could win.
The Coveland Browns.
COVID land Browns.
And then they get Denver. Trash spot for Denver.
I fuck
calling
you.
it. The Raiders are going to be 8-7. The Raiders are going to be 8-7 going to Indy.
Broncos are beating the Raiders fucking 30-10.
I just need them to win one game.
Yeah, no shit. All right, this Sunday Night Football, where the Saints are in Tampa. Tampa can wrap up the division, which I need them to do. Big ticket. Bucks are 10.5-point favorites. Scotty.
I'm taking the team that fucking annihilates people at home, and that's Tampa, -10.5.
I'm taking New Orleans.
Yeah, I bet. Do it.
I
know. That's a fucking loser bet, too.
I'm 0-1 on loser bets, but
That's a fucking loser bet. You're taking the obvious worst team just because they're plus so many points.
Oh, you're taking the square team because they beat everyone at home, even though they should have they could have lost at home last week.
Yeah, against who? The Bills? They covered.
Who are the Bills?
A way better team than the Saints.
They did cover.
The Bills did not cover mine. The ticket I took was -3.5 before the game started.
And they didn't cover that either.
He's saying the Bucks. He's saying the Bucks covered.
Right.
Oh, I thought you said the Bills covered.
No. That's why I'm taking the
Zack has gotten
Bucks to cover at home again.
This year, Zach's gotten 2 great covers in overtime. Even though his team only needs a field goal, he had Dallas -4.5 in New England walk-off touchdown, and Bucks -3.5 against Buffalo.
Damn, bro, that's crazy. All right, do you want my pick?
I mean, sure.
Okay, we don't have to do it. We can go to the next one.
You're all
Yeah, you're all right. They can see your damn hands every time you're holding out there those red gloves. Okay. Damn it, Julian, they can see your damn hands every time you hold them. Bill Belichick talking about Julian Edelman always wore red gloves, but he always wants his teams to play. Yeah,
the mini cast, yeah.
Okay. She's like, shut up. Would you shut up, Mason? Look at the damn scoreboard.
Would you shut the fuck up, will you? You see the scoreboard? Talk after the game.
All right. I like over 46.5 here. Because Tampa has shown they get out to these big leads, and then they're just like, they let go, and they let teams come back. They saw it against Buffalo last week. I think this week, a division game. I'm going against your division rivals after week fucking whatever.
We forgot to monitor that.
Yeah. I like the over. The number is lower here because New Orleans runs a lot. But I think they're going to try to flip the script because they want to get another win against a team they know that they should, that's going to be a tough one to beat. So, yeah, it's 46.5. It seemed kind of low for a Tampa game. And how many points did New Orleans score last week? 30. I mean, it was against wasn't against Tampa Bay, but again, yes. Tampa Bay they love to give up points. It seems, except when they're playing Chicago.
Ooh, divisional overs 5-2 last week.
Ooh.
To the over.
Bounce back week.
Bad week for TikTok.
Yeah, that's true. All right, bonus and lock times.
All right, I'll start with my bonus, and it is Las Vegas -1.5 against the COVID-led Browns. I think that am I missing something here? Yes. Is this a rat line?
Who knows if it's a rat line if everyone's out for the Browns?
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like at -1.5, given the situation, does that make it a rat line? Given that it's Case Keenum and no Jarvis Landry, it's in Cleveland.
Is Case Keenum maybe an upgrade over an injured Baker?
Seriously, he was against Denver.
Seriously,
And I like Chubb's over rushing yards this week. Oh my god, it's beautiful.
What?
I don't know,
whatever it is.
What is it?
I don't know. Probably.
He's like, I don't care. Take it. Whatever they say.
I think he has 100 yards rushing. That's what I think.
That's the Calvin Ridley bet. Yeah.
Okay.
The Calvin Ridley bet.
Scotty, do you want a Calvin Ridley bet? It's just Nick Chubb over and then whatever it opens up as?
I have yes. Yeah, I will.
Do you want that as your bonus?
Yeah, I'll take that as my bonus.
Over, and then I'll just put in a, quotation.
Because I think he gets 100 yards, and I think it's at, it will probably, I think the line will probably be
in the 80s?
88, 89, 86.
Ooh, it won't be that high, will it?
I can see it.
It's probably 79.5 would be my guess.
Everyone put in their official guesses. Zach,
79.5.
I'll do 86.5.
All right. Mine will be 72. Scotty, Zach. Okay. Don't know what that's going to be for. Just thought it'd be fun. Let's talk about it.
So that's my bonus. So you guys.
Yeah, what's yours? I already did mine.
It sucks because I bet Philly yesterday 4.5. It is now 7.
Ooh,
fantastic! I'm going to go Atlanta plus 9.5.
So fun to bet Atlanta. I love betting Atlanta.
Yeah, I just think it's what have the 49ers done to prove they're almost laying doubles at home? The stadium where they're notoriously played poorly in. I don't know. Atlanta's
beautiful stadium.
Atlanta's got some.
My dream stadium.
Atlanta's still got some juice, some gas left in the tank. As long as Cordell Patterson's on the field, I'm pretty confident.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Atlanta. Scotty,
it's a fucking loser bet.
Say it to my face, bitch.
I'll take the Bills minus 10.5.
Ooh.
Carolina.
That's a fucking loser bet. You don't even know how.
You don't even know if their quarterback's going to play.
Well, he's going to play, but how limited he's going to be? You're laying doubles,
and they don't have a run game.
Exactly.
It doesn't, dude. You guys are just wake me up when it fucking covers, because I'm just going to go to bed when the Bills are up 30-2.
They activated Sam Darnold. You might be in trouble, buddy.
Did they?
Yep.
Carolina.
He's designated to return from IR.
I think Carolina is garbage. I think they're so bad. I think the Bills figured it out. I think I think the Bills' loss was actually a good loss last week because and I'm fading that motherfucker. So I think the Bills' loss last week was actually good because I think they figured some of their struggles out as far as offensively goes. And I think the Bills blow them out. I think they get back on track with an easy dub this week. I don't think they have any trouble beating the Panthers by double digits.
Shelby, I have an interesting question for you. Is Packers Saints Week 1 still the weirdest game this year?
Bills Jags.
Hey, I have rushing yard.
You think that's weirder?
For Nick Chubb, by the way.
Oh, where'd you find it?
RotoWire, and it's on DraftKings, FanDuel, PointsBet, BetMGM.
Oh, okay.
It's different for everywhere. But DraftKings currently has the lowest total at 74.5.
What's the highest total you found?
79.5 at Bet MGM. FanDuel has them at
Bang.
77, and PointsBet has them at 77 as well. So we can do the median here and do 77.5.
77.5, you got it. No, that's fine.
Another
If
weird
he gets
game, I think.
75, I'm gonna be so pissed because I would have won them.
That's probably going to happen to you, honestly.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, not with my streak. Now it will happen to me.
Can you think of any other games that you think were still? That's the weirdest one for you.
What's
Was
the
the
weirdest?
Bills?
Bills Jags has to be the weirdest.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Rams Titans was a weird one.
No, it's the Titans.
But
Titans
the
have
fact that it
lost
was
to the
their
Jets
defense.
and the
Yeah.
Texans. That's what makes it less weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jags Bills to me because like the Texans beating the Titans, it was the Titans like their defense didn't get 2 pick sixes.
Oh, yeah,
the
the only-
offense had
yeah.
no what anything with the Titans. I'm just like
The only game that I say is weirder than the Jags Bills game is still for me what happened.
Saints.
Packers Saints. The Saints weren't even at home.
yeah
They were playing
in Jacksonville.
They were in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I'll just chalk that up
So,
to a weird offseason for the Packers.
Week 1, yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, a very weird offseason. That's a good point.
Yeah, I guess so. But still, for me, that's like that game was like you never shut off. When is the last time you remember you shut off? You could shut off a Packers game at half
Dolphins beating the Ravens was weird.
with Aaron Rodgers.
Dolphins. Is it the Dolphins?
Now they are, yeah, but that was before
their
they.
second. That was their second game. That was their second game on the streak, and I knew that it was going to be a close game after the first quarter because after 2-3 series of them sending all-out blitz, like playing cover 0, the Ravens couldn't figure out, just throw a slant to fucking Andrews, throw an out route to Andrews, and you'll carve him up, and then they'll have to respect that. But they just refused to play against it.
At the time, it was weird because Miami hadn't gone on this run yet, but considering where Jacksonville's at now,
agreed.
with everything surrounding that team,
It's
that
true.
they beat the Bills.
But the Bills have looked not
Right, but the Bills
great
just
either.
took Tampa. They were 7 yards away from beating
It
Tampa.
was the Josh Allen game, not that
but
Josh
but a game
Allen.
that they looked dead early.
That was literally agonizing.
Yeah, it was.
Josh
It was
Allen
bad.
versus Josh. Holy shit.
Yeah. All right. My lock. It is going to be New England Patriots team total over 22.5.
Ooh.
I like a lot of points here for them against the Colts.
You're double trouble on that game.
Yeah. I'm all Patriots here, so I would take Colts if I were you.
I really want to take the Panthers.
Tease them. 17.5.
God, no.
Double-digit teases are so fucking fun.
Yeah, it's weird.
Tease up.
I'll look in Sunday morning and it's like
Tease
Zack
up the
has
Saints.
7 teasers.
Yep, it'll be Saints plus 17.5, Jets plus 17, Giants plus 17.5, Detroit Lions plus 20, and the Panthers plus 17.5.
Jesus. I'm gonna go. I'll go with the Panthers.
You are such an asshole. This is just because your future quarterback is back.
I wasn't listening.
I don't even know if he's
He
back.
probably won't even play.
Your lock is the
I don't even know if he's
Panthers.
back, but I know Josh Allen might not be 100%.
This is what makes loser
Probably won't be
bets, man.
100%. Okay. Why don't you look up at the standings, bitch?
I know. Well, this fucking guy has 3 good weeks in a row. And
Yeah,
now he's like,
this guy was tapping out. No wonder the public had their best week ever Sunday. That's how Scotty got back in.
whoops.
Joe Public.
I mean, I was good the week prior. I was also 6-2, but that's go off Queen.
Yeah, and the public had their second best week. It's their worst sandwich.
Bastard.
Are you serious? It was
Parlay
their
Scotty?
second best week 2 weeks ago.
No, it was their third.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Week 6 of the NFL season.
Stick
was
that.
Oh,
in your
yeah, I remember
dick and
that.
fucking-
That was one.
Wait, what date was that? Because I had there was one weekend I had an awful week, and it just threw off my whole season.
What week was?
It was like
My worst week
mid-October,
was my worst week was the one
October 14th through the 16th, when the Steelers played it was the day the Steelers played the Seahawks on Sunday night.
Yep, that was week 6.
Fucking.
That was when it started because that week started so well because I had Jacksonville money line to beat Miami in London, and then that was
that Thursday night game where the fucking Eagles came back with a backdoor cover.
yeah, that week started great. I had
Plus
Philly, I
6.5.
had Jacksonville, and then I had Green Bay, but then like the Bengals covered it. all the favorites covered. Bengals covered against Detroit. Indy killed Houston.
I think the one that
LA killed the Giants.
Chargers
Kansas City killed the Washington football team. Minnesota covered in overtime.
Radio killed the video star?
Minnesota killed Carolina.
Or fuck! God damn it.
You're all right.
Yeah. You're all right.
I said radio killed the video star. Just...
That's a loser quote, dude.
Oh, and then I lost a boatload on the Bills.
Try not to act hurt,
night.
Shelby.
Well, my favorite, I remember that Seattle-Pittsburgh game. Scotty's like, no, dude, I need under 42.5. And then it's like, it looked like it wasn't going to hit. He's like, doesn't matter. It's in a parlay with the Astros. I'm like, why?
Not the Astros. It was the Dodgers.
Oh, my God.
And the Dodgers lost on a walk-off.
Yeah.
So I would have made like $1,000.
Oh, no.
Oh. I know. It would have put because the over/under would have pushed. So I would have won like $600.
Chump change, really.
I fucking needed it. Fucking needed it that weekend, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Like I was so sharp up to that week, and then the public winning just threw me off for fucking ever, dude.
All right, you got a party parlay you want to throw together, Scotty?
I sure do. I have.
Oh,
it.
I need a lock of the week of the century too.
All right, I'm in the book right now. I'll build it with you. All right.
It's the
you just
Chiefs.
kicked me
it's
out,
the money
sorry.
line Chiefs.
Chiefs money line. Need it. I need it.
Yeah.
I just want to bet that.
We got
I need
Washington football team. Washington football team at Philadelphia Eagles. Divisional game after week 10. It didn't do well last week. Bounce back week this week. Take the under 44. Same concept. Jets at Dolphins. Under 42.
First half under.
Dolphins have a good defense. That's great. Falcons plus 9.5. Shelby, you like that pick. Falcons. Rams minus 4.5. Seahawks, they play at home. They're playing the Seahawks at home. Seahawks are a little bit back on track, but I think the Rams have figured it out in their own sense. They just beat the top seed in the NFL. The Rams carry on the momentum, and they push for a number 1 seed. I think they do it handily a little bit against the Rams, win by a touchdown or more. Vikings to win, and that's it. Against the Bears. I'm going against everything that I know. I'm betting the fucking Vikings. Vikings have been terrible, but hopefully they ride at home. And on Monday, I'll have a chance to hedge if everything else hits before then. So,
Okay. $10 wins you $323.
plus 3,000.
Plus $3,225. Yep. Okay.
All right, are you ready for my lock of the week of the century?
Please.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Where do you go in here to get the halftime spreads? It's under first half, right?
Where do you get that Danish?
What do you think was in that Danish? Was it cheese? All right, I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles minus 3.5 first half for my lock of the week of the century.
Love it.
I think Washington football team does their best work in the second half. We saw that especially last week against the Dallas Cowboys. I think they're a slow starter to the Eagles' fast start. You remember back when the Eagles played the Cowboys, they hung with them early against what Cowboys seemed to be firing on all cylinders that night too. They had a great throw to CeeDee Lamb that night. I know it's kind of weird to be citing a game from that early in the season, but that's just the first one that came to mind. I'm not a big research guy, but I love Philadelphia.
Why would you be? It's just your money.
Right, minus 3.5
No
first
shit.
half. It's all surface level. Right now, this line might move because right now it's minus 122. So look for that to move. And when you hear this next week, game will already be over, so it won't matter.
6-point teaser. It doesn't get any easier than this.
What's the record?
6-7.
Oh, it won last week.
No, it won the week before. We didn't have one last week.
Oh,
But if
I won my teaser last week too.
But if you go look at that board in there, I was 5-0 in teaser, so this is an awful week to not have one. 6-point teaser.
Doesn't count.
I know it doesn't. We're going to go New England up to 8.5. Zach just kicked me out of the book as I built it.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were done.
Okay. Philly down to -0.5.
Because I wanted to bet it.
And Pittsburgh plus 7.5. Throw in the Bengals in there too if you want. I'm just going with these three. Bengals win by 30.
You're such a cunt.
You know what? I'm not going to throw it in there so that it hits for you.
Okay, deal. Last thing before we get off. What? Scotty, we're what? We're what?
Lovely.
Go.
Didn't you hear me? Didn't you hear me? I said fucking lovely. You guys just make smart bets. That's it.
11 to win 20. And I'm out. Couldn't hit place.
Yep, you're welcome. I did not mean to do that. I will place it for you. If you had one sauce that you had to dip your fries in for the rest of eternity, what would it be?
Ooh, ranch.
That was my pick.
That's a fucking elite pick.
I got one.
I don't know what it is about fries, but like I love, and it's just this one restaurant's honey mustard. Wendy's honey mustard. Oh, what it is about fucking Wendy's honey mustard. But Wendy's honey mustard.
The best honey
you ever
mustard,
had McDonald's
easily.
honey mustard? It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, Wendy's honey mustard is great.
Yeah, or I would say either that or
McDonald's honey
or
mustard. Are you fucking kidding me?
McDonald's
Put me in prison
barbecue.
first.
McDonald's barbecue. What
McDonald's
about,
barbecue sauce,
I
I
hear
think is
Chick-fil-A
great.
sauce is pretty
Well,
popular.
yeah.
I don't like it that much.
You don't like it?
Not really. I don't get the
Yeah, or cane sauce is good.
yeah.
Hey, how about you know what sauce I really like?
What?
Ranch.
Ranch, but ranch from everywhere.
Uh,
I don't know. I don't
know.
really know a bad ranch. Wendy's doesn't have the
makes a
best
bad
ranch,
ranch?
but
Here's
like,
my
have
book.
you ever had McDonald's ranch?
it's terrible.
It's great. It's so
it's
good.
terrible.
It's like so creamy. It's good, bro.
I find that fast food ranch, it's so creamy. Ugh. I find that fast food ranch
Let's grow
just
up here,
doesn't-
Shelby.
But like Outback and B-Dubs and
Oh, dude, fuck
those
me
two
up all
ranches
day.
ruined other ranches for me.
yeah.
I might go cane sauce for my pick instead
Yeah.
of ranch. But if I
Cane
could just
sauce is
have
good.
like Outback ranch permanently, that would be the goal.
Well, all right. Is that our show?
Yeah, let's hope Scotty puts in the new files and we get this up before next Thursday.
Well, that was 30% him, 70% me.
No, I know.
Thanks for not saying it.
No, you get the million.
Here we go. There's a little place where the sun sleeps late and pulls himself a shot of tequila. It's a little place called Pleasure Island. That's where I'd like to feel ya. It's easy to find just beyond the last wave. Dolphins and whales are up mating. Sail all day and all night and then take a hard ride. That's where I'll be awaiting. Pleasure Island, island of pleasure. No need to stop and think. Pleasure Island, a beautiful treasure.